If you are planning to buy your very first camera in 2026, I need you to pause for a second, because this decision can either accelerate your growth as a creator or silently kill your motivation within 3 months. Most beginners don't quit because they lack talent. They quit because they bought the wrong camera. Too complicated, too outdated, too limited, or simply not built for what they actually wanted to do. And the worst part, nobody tells you this before you spend your money. So in this video, I'm not just listing cameras. I'm helping you avoid regret. I'm helping you choose a camera that grows with you. By the end of this video, you will know exactly which beginner camera in 2026 fits your goals, your budget, and your future. Let's start. Buying your first camera feels exciting. You imagine cinematic shots, sharp portraits, clean YouTube videos, beautiful colors, professional results. But then you open YouTube or Google and suddenly there are hundreds of options. DSLR, mirrorless, APS-C, full frame, 4K log profiles, autofocus tracking, frame rates. It becomes overwhelming fast. So instead of confusing you with technical overload, let's break this down realistically. As a beginner in 2026, you need 3 things. You need reliable autofocus. You need good image quality without heavy editing. And you need something simple enough that you actually enjoy using it. Because if your camera feels stressful, you won't use it. And if you don't use it, you won't improve. Let's talk about the first camera that balances almost everything perfectly. The Canon EOS R50. This camera is what I call the smart all-rounder for beginners. It doesn't try to be extreme. It tries to be useful. It has a 24.2 megapixel APS-C sensor that delivers sharp, detailed images. The colors straight out of camera look natural and vibrant. Canon's color science is especially forgiving for beginners who don't want to spend hours color grading. Now let's talk about autofocus, because this is where many beginner cameras fail. The R50 has fast and intelligent subject detection. It locks onto faces and eyes quickly. For photography, that means fewer blurry portraits. For video, that means fewer ruined clips. And when you're just starting, that reliability builds confidence. It shoots 4K video, which in 2026 is basically expected. The footage looks clean and detailed. The fully articulating screen makes it perfect for YouTube, vlogging, and content creation. Menus are simple. Controls are friendly. The body is lightweight. This is the kind of camera that lets you focus on learning photography instead of fighting settings. If you want one camera that does photography, YouTube, Reels, and general content creation without stress, the R50 is a very strong starting point. But what if your main focus is YouTube? What if your goal is not photography, but building a channel? Then we need to talk about the Sony ZV-10. This camera became extremely popular among creators for a reason. Sony understands creators. The autofocus system in this camera is one of the most reliable in its class. Eye tracking is fast and sticky. If you move, it follows you. If you turn slightly, it adjusts. If you show a product to the camera, it refocuses quickly. For beginners who are filming alone, this is powerful. Because you don't have a cameraman. You are the cameraman. The ZV-10 also has a side flip screen, which is ideal for monitoring yourself while recording. The video quality is sharp. The dynamic range is good. And Sony's lens ecosystem is huge. That last point matters more than beginners realize. When you buy into a camera system, you are not just buying a body. You are entering a lens ecosystem. And Sony offers a massive variety of lenses, from affordable primes to advanced zooms. That means growth. So if you are serious about becoming a content creator in 2026, and video is your priority, the ZV-10 is one of the safest beginner investments you can make. Now let's shift the perspective. What if you don't want something flashy? What if you want something simple, reliable, and comfortable? That's where the Nikon Z30 comes in. The Z30 is designed for ease. The grip feels solid. The controls are intuitive. Nikon's color tones lean natural and balanced. Skin tones look clean. Landscapes look rich but not overly saturated. For beginners who want to learn photography fundamentals, composition, exposure, depth of field, this camera feels honest. It doesn't overwhelm you. It supports you. The video quality is solid. The body is compact. It's easy to carry. And that matters because the best camera is the one you actually bring with you. Many beginners buy heavy cameras and then leave them at home, and growth stops. The Z30 feels like a practical companion. Now let's talk about budget, because not everyone wants to spend heavily on their first camera. Maybe you're a student. Maybe you're testing the waters. Maybe you're not sure if photography is long-term for you. This is where the Canon EOS R10 enters the conversation. This is one of the most affordable ways to step into the mirrorless world. You still get strong image quality. You still get access to Canon's RF lens system. You still get that clean APS-C look, but you sacrifice some advanced features. And that's okay. Because as a beginner, you don't need everything. You need clarity. You need something that teaches you the basics without draining your wallet. The R10 is ideal for pure photography. Beginners who want to learn exposure triangle, composition, lighting, and basic editing. It may not be the most advanced option here, but it is one of the most accessible. And accessibility matters. Now let's talk about a slightly different type of beginner. The ambitious beginner. The one who already knows they're serious. The one who wants something a little more durable, a little more future-proof. That's where the Sony a6400 still shines in 2026. Even though it's not brand new, it has proven itself. Strong autofocus, solid magnesium alloy body, reliable performance, sharp image quality. This camera feels more advanced in hand. It gives you room to grow into manual settings, more advanced shooting techniques, and creative control. If you see yourself upgrading lenses quickly and pushing your skills aggressively, the a6400 might feel like a smarter long-term investment. Now here's something important. There is no perfect beginner camera. There is only the right camera for your goal. If you love photography and want balanced performance, the R50 makes sense. If YouTube is your main focus, the ZV-10 stands out. If you want simple reliability, the Z30 delivers. If budget is tight, the R10 works. If you want something slightly more advanced, the a6400 remains strong. But let me tell you something even more important than all these specifications. Your camera does not create your vision. You do. In 2026, technology is powerful enough that even beginner cameras produce professional-looking results. What separates creators is not megapixels. It's consistency. It's learning lighting. It's understanding storytelling. It's practicing every week. Many beginners obsess over specs, but they ignore skill. And skill is what builds channels. Skill is what builds portfolios. Skill is what turns a beginner into a professional. So choose wisely. But once you choose, stop overthinking. Start creating. Because the real upgrade is not your camera. It's your experience. If this video helped you narrow down your decision, then you're already ahead of most beginners. Drop a comment telling me which camera you're considering in 2026. And if you want a detailed comparison between any two of these cameras, tell me below and I'll make that next. Your creative journey starts with one decision. Make it smart, and then start shooting. I'll see you in the next video.